Jonathan Bode George. Others seek creation of international seaports to avert future cargo diversion. Seaports where in what community or in what state? If it's another state, okay, maybe it's a good idea. Former President of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, former Board of Trustees Chairman of the Nigerian Port Authorities (NPA) Chief Bode George and other maritime stakeholders have called for the development of an international seaport to prevent future cargo diversion to neighboring countries. The stakeholders stated this on Monday at the first International Deep Seaport Forum organized by Maritime Media Limited in Lagos, where they warned that Nigeria risks a future where its cargoes will have to be transported from neighboring countries if the nation fails to develop an international seaport urgently. The forum brought together former heads of state, port administrators, government officials, state governors, and industry leaders to interrogate Nigeria's deep seaport development prospects and chart a path forward. Speaking during the event, Jonathan explained that while the rest of the world was migrating to modern shipping, Nigeria was buying ships from countries that wanted to throw away their ships. Can you imagine? He stressed that preliminary accounts suggested that Nigeria may have taken costly strategic missteps during a critical transition period in global shipping. We had the Nigerian National Shipping Line, and nobody has really investigated why these enterprises just went down. When the world is migrating to the container means that you need deeper ships. The NNSL went to buy ships from people who wanted to throw their own ship away. They don't use the ship, you don't hold. They want to throw away, and Nigeria now went to buy it. Hi God, this country, to migrate to where the world was going. And after acquiring this, they couldn't move. And of course, the Nigerian shipping line went down. It may not be 100% correct, but there's something, he said. According to him, while the world was shifting from conventional cargo handling to containerized shipping and deeper draft vessels, Nigeria invested heavily in outdated vessels that were being phased out internationally. This mismatch between investment decisions and global industry trends may have significantly weakened the viability of the national carrier, ultimately contributing to its collapse, he said. He cautioned that although the account was not fully verified, it points to deeper structural and policy failures that must be examined to avoid repeating similar mistakes. Jonathan warned that the lesson from the collapse of the NNSL remains highly relevant as Nigeria seeks to reposition its maritime sector, particularly in the face of evolving global shipping standards. He advocated for renewed efforts to critically assess past decisions and ensure that future investments in maritime infrastructure and operations are aligned with global realities. Jonathan noted that without such reflection, Nigeria risks once again falling behind in international shipping, with potential consequences for trade, competitiveness, and economic growth. The chairman of the occasion and former chairman of the NPA, Bode George, warned against the concentration of port infrastructure in Lagos. It cannot be right to concentrate on all your infrastructure and resources in one place. What is happening in the Strait of Hormuz now is a wake-up call. Who knows what will happen tomorrow, he said. The Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adebuyega Oyetola, who was represented by the NPA's General Manager of Corporate and Strategic Planning, Mr. Seyi Iyawe, said the federal government is firmly committed to a green port development agenda built around 3 pillars. We are embracing green port philosophy. We are moving away from the conventional ports. We know that deep sea ports are important. What we should consider is the hinterland connectivity of the port. It is very important to take into consideration how these cargoes would be moved out. One of our challenges has been digital automation and transportation. Now that the NSW is launched, we need a port that will be automated. And we have to go green. Oyetola said, which year do you want to do that one? Now, we want to be automated, digital automation and transportation. Ordinary lights gone, people have not done it. Okay, the former managing director of the NPA, Bello Gandu, offered a note of caution on the push for deep sea ports, arguing that Nigeria's real need is for well-connected international ports rather than deep sea facilities that may not attract sufficient cargo traffic. Earlier, the convener of the event, Elder Also Bex, commended President Bola Tinubu for the creation of the Specialized Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, aimed at harnessing Nigeria's vast maritime potentials. Bex, who is also the Chief Executive Officer of Maritime Media Limited, explained that Nigeria, with a coastline spanning over 853 kilometers, has not been saying the fact that Nigeria is a critical player in the Committee of Maritime Nations. This is why we must commend Mr. President for his bold efforts. Commend for his bold effort to create an enabling environment for the growth and development of this vital sector. And so, consequently, all hands must be on deck to support the various interventions being put in place to position and revitalize the industry, he said. He said that the event is a testament to resilience, commitment to a shared vision, and most importantly, the determination to never allow setbacks to extinguish one's dream. Regrettably, evolving global maritime dynamics characterized by larger and faster vessels have shifted attention to deep-sea ports with greater draft capacity. This has rendered many of Nigeria's ports, particularly river ports, less competitive, he said. According to him, this reality, coupled with cumbersome and expensive cargo clearance procedure, has made Nigeria ports relatively unattractive and unfortunately uncompetitive on the global stage. That is why we should fix it. Okay now, it is well. As IKNDK said, 6 years was enough to start it and set the pace. Then, so that those coming after will continue. That's how they are supposed. That's how presidency should be, or government should be. Like, you do something, you are unable to finish it, the next person comes in and continue from where you stop. But this one person will start, the other person will come and say, who send that message? You will leave them. They will not do anything about it. Since you're choosing one, I said, which one did you create when you have all the power and opportunity to create as many as you would want, Jonathan? You are busy pleasing the north and the west, while left your area very vulnerable to all forms of disadvantages when you have all it takes to fix everything. It's your weak government that could not stop Buhari that also paved way for this Yoruba bigot and kleptomaniac into power. No be a small kleptomaniac. In your government, fuel was 18 naira, but now it is 15 to 18 per litre. A good man with too much fear. If I said the weakest president ever, but you were there for 6 years, no standard support in South and Southeast, despite all the waters in your region. It's unfortunate. Offer says, with due respect, sir, I'm very sorry for you because this particular request is very shameful by you. And listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.